Listen to me very carefully. My name, you call me Chipo, not my real name. I came to Johannesburg. I do come from a village in Kweru. When I came to South Africa, I had nothing. Then I was helped by a friend of mine who was already working as a maid in the complex close to my house right now, where I am staying in the suburbs. When I arrived in South Africa, I was taken advantage of by different men in the location. Usually our men that are from Zim, when they see a new woman in the location who would have been said that she just recently came to South Africa, they know that you do not know Josie that much. They will take advantage of you. They will eat your money. They will make you to pay rent. They will pretend as if they want to marry you, but they will never marry you. After using you, they will move to the next girl who is coming from the villages. So when this happened to me, I was so heartbroken. It happened 2 times, and this made me to start using moti. If I had started working for my madam boss without using any moti, she could have been alive till this day. But when I was in my second relationship or marriage, I went to Zim and I spoke with this other woman who was a traditional healer who came from Rusape. This woman then said to me, in order for you to have power over this man so that he won't sleep around, you need to be a witch. And she taught me how to use charms. And I kept on using these charms, and I kept on meeting witches even here in South Africa. So by the time that I started working for my madam boss, I was already a witch. I wish that I had met him before I had become a witch. The guy that I was staying with, I ended up bewitching him such that he can't sleep with a woman. He has erectile dysfunction that I cursed him with forever. Finally, I managed to secure a job. I got a job as a live-in maid for a wealthy couple in Senton, where I am staying right now. So this woman, she was beautiful. She was highly educated. She had so many degrees. I think she showed me 5 different degrees that she had. That is how intelligent this woman was. But one thing that I noticed about her was that with the way that she was educated, even though her husband was as educated as she was, slightly above him, but she mistreated him in a very painful way. And she would compare herself to me, saying, if it was not for me, you could have gotten married to a village woman. She would embarrass me. She was arrogant even towards her husband, and she was dirty as well. When I would wake up to go to her bedroom to clean after she would have left for work, I would find out that some of the soft towels that they would have used the previous night when they were sleeping with each other, those soft towels, they will be there, and she would want me to wash them. Ladies, is it even for real that you leave the things that you would have wiped your husband with so that your maid can clean up after you? So this was something that was painful. The husband did not know about this, but later on he found out that this was what was happening, and he said, so it means that you are my wife because you are already touching a part of me. I did not want to be a maid forever, and I did not know where to find love, how to be married by a man that is wealthy, and I was already a witch. I then started to be friends with this other lady who was also a maid. This lady, she then said to me, if I wanted, I could sleep with my madam boss's husband because he had once proposed love to him. This man is not like he was someone who loved women that much. It was just that he was under a lot of stress, and men, when they are stressed, they can do anything. So he just wanted a girlfriend so that whenever the wife would be arrogant towards him, he could go out and to have some peace with that woman. So when she told me this, then I started to act, but he did not even see me at all. I returned back home. When I returned back home, I spoke with a lady from Rusape that had assisted me. He gave me a powder. Okay, I'm going to give you the recipe, but you won't be able to make it work if you do not use other charms and also calling the spirits to come and bless that love potion. So the things that this woman gave to me, I was given powder. This powder, it was made out of a dried tongue of a vulture, as well as soil that was collected from a grave. That morning, I was told that I was supposed to put a pinch of the powder because the man who became my husband, he loved rooibos steam like no man's business, and I would whisper to the steam after I would have put water that will be boiling into the cup. I was supposed to put my nose above the cup so that the steam can enter into my nose, and something was supposed to fall off, like even sweat. And once that happens, then it meant that the love potion would have been activated. And I would whisper and say, I am the only woman that you are going to see. Your wife is going to be like a ghost to you. When you see me, you are going to see me as if I am the queen of your house. Within 3 months, this man, he could not stand the sight of his own wife. They fought until she moved out, and they fought over little things. When she moved out, she did not care that she was leaving a husband with the maid who was a woman. So the moment that I was left with my boss, I then told the boss that I wanted to stay as a stay-in girl. I did not want to return back to the location. He said it's fine. I stepped into his shoes. I stopped wearing my uniform and I started wearing even lingerie during the day so that the boss can get attracted to me. The boss, even though he was not like the man that I was supposed to have in my life, I was not his type, but he was so blinded by the muti that he married me in a traditional Zulu ceremony within a year. I became a Zulu wife overnight. So I was already pregnant, but I could not tell my boss. I had tried to remove these pregnancies, but there was something that was happening. The biggest lie was that the pregnancy was not my boss's, who was now my husband, but it was from my ex-boyfriend from Zim. This man, he had came to South Africa and we slept with each other in the same bed that I used to sleep with my husband to be, and he did not even know that this was what I was doing in secret. So later on I realized that I was pregnant. God knows how hard I tried to remove that pregnancy. Even though I tried, but I totally felt it was as if God just wanted this child to be born. So my boss, he was so excited because of that baby and my marriage to my former boss. I got my South African ID. I was no longer a makwere maid. I told myself that now I was a boss lady. I had only one rule in my house. I will never employ a maid, because I knew how evil I was, and I was scared that another maid will become as evil as I was, because the person that will steal your husband is someone that is very close to you. It is very hard for someone to come from very far away to come and to steal your husband. It will be someone that is close to you, someone that has access to your panties, someone that has access to your clothes as well as the food that you eat, and sweeping your bedroom. I used to sweep my boss lady's bedroom, and when I would sweep using that other grass broom, but the other way around, holding the side where you are supposed to sweep with and sweeping with the side where you are supposed to be holding. So this is a curse to chase someone out of their marriage, even if they do not want to. Once I had an ID, I felt as if I was like a god. Me and my husband, we had managed to get control of the business that he once ran with his late wife, because by then I had bewitched my boss's wife and she was already dead. And I used my influence so that I can bring my ex-boyfriend, who is now my baby daddy, into the business. He came to South Africa, then he started working as a driver. I lied to my late husband that this was my cousin who just needed a job. My husband, he was so deep in the mood that I was feeding him. He did not even suspect a thing. He even helped for him to stay here in South Africa for quite a long time. He did not even have a working permit, even though at his company we were doing some government job and all the workers, they were supposed to be registered. Since I wanted my baby daddy close to me, we were living in the same house, and my late husband did not know that sometimes we would sleep with each other in the bathroom, but making sure that we will never get caught. That was the rule, to make sure that we don't get caught. Otherwise, everything was going to go bad. Me and my late husband, we had 3 kids that he thought were his, but all of these kids, they belonged to my baby daddy, because he was the one whom I would give to when I knew that I was ovulating. As for my late husband, I would lie to him that I am having period pain only after I would have made sure that my baby daddy had implanted the seed. Then I would give it to my husband, and I would try to remove all of the semen inside of my private part. I would quickly go and wash, because I did not want any mistake. He never suspected a thing. You know, businessmen, they are always busy. If I would not tell him to come and give it to me, he would continue working. We would go for a month without sleeping. But the moment that I find out that I think I'm pregnant, I would tell him to give it to me every day. Then I would tell him that I think that I am pregnant, daddy. He put my kids to the best private schools, and then he added them to his will. This motive that I was using, he would become confused whenever he was around me. Eventually, he died of a stroke, because when you are giving someone mutim over and over again, it will start to affect his health. He passed away in 2024. I really cried, but those were crocodile tears. I inherited everything, the cars, the cleaning company. Immediately after the funeral, when I was allowed to, I married my so-called cousin, who was my baby daddy. So me and him, we are running the company. He is the CEO of the cleaning company. So my witchcraft that I was doing, I thought that everything is okay. Then one day I started to notice that my husband, my current husband, he started smelling expensive perfume that was not even mine. Now, what is happening? What has brought me to your channel, and I need your people to advise me. There is trouble in my marriage. My husband is cheating on me with a woman from the Eastern Cape. Let's call her Nomsa. She is someone that I know through the pictures, because I just saw the pictures in my husband's phone as well as a video. My husband, when I confronted him, he said yes, he wants her as the second wife, and it seems as if he is obsessed with her. He has been stealing money from the cleaning company, the company that I stole for him, and I heard that he is even renting an apartment, but I don't know where this girl is staying. But in the spiritual realm, I can locate her, but during the day, I can't remember where this girl is staying, but she is here in Joburg. I quickly returned back to Zim. When I returned back to Zim, I spoke with the daughter of the person that assisted me to become a witch. They said that they were going to help me. They gave me a charm. So this charm, it is called black lightning. What you do is that you plant it at the door or at the gate of the person whom you want to have cancer. Once that person walks over that charm, then it means that the cancer will go into their body. Usually they will suffer from leg cancer. I went there in the spiritual realm and I buried it. So this charm, it does not matter if you pass through in a car, it will still connect to you. I went there, but to my surprise, when I buried this muti, when I woke up, I saw that the muti, it was on a pillow right next to me. I also had a dream. I saw Nomsa. She was standing in a field, but beside her there was this other woman who is her ancestor. Every time when I try to bewitch her, that old woman, she turns into a python. Then she starts to chase me, and when I wake up, my legs will be swollen. This was a woman. She is protected. Her bloodline is fighting for her. I don't know how to do this because I have never experienced such a thing. Even the people that I am working with who are also witches, they have been trying to assist me, but they can't help me. What I need to know is, should I allow this woman to come into my life as the second wife, or should I hire someone? You know them here in South Africa, they are a lot. Should I look for a hitman from the hostels so that I can have this woman killed? I have money, I can do this, but I'm scared of getting arrested. All along, I've been doing my things in the spiritual realm, but I did not want to share this money with another woman. Should I hire so that this woman can be removed? Do you think that there is another muti, a South African type of a muti, that I can use to chase away the spirit of the ancestors that protect this girl? I need advice. I have money and I know where to find a hitman, but I just did not want to end up in prison. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Let us speak with him in the comment section. Yo, strange things, they do happen in this world. It is like a movie. I'll be back with another episode.